Hello and welcome to FDTV. We are back again with another episode of our weekly podcast. I'm your host Ali, joined with my fellow co-host Jawad. Jawad, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Another exciting week of football that we just witnessed. Amazing football on display. And without moving any further, first thing, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Let's get into it.
So another semi-final lined up. England, after defeating Ukraine 4-0 on the night in Rome, are going to the semi-final of the European Championship. They will obviously face Denmark, who have a great turnaround since the group stages and have looked one of the most informed teams at the tournament. So what are your initial thoughts on the tie and the team's performances in the quarterfinals?
So the English media makes me think that it's coming home, but it's a fairy tale story for Denmark. I'm going to talk about the Denmark-Czech Republic match first, because that was the match for me, really, because England kind of dominated Ukraine, and Ukraine looked like they didn't deserve to be in the quarters at all. They just looked like another qualifying game for England. So let's talk about the Denmark game. What did you make of the performance of the Danish players, first of all?
They came in with a plan like they did in the previous two matches, and they executed it to perfection. What a ball that was from the left back. I'm sure I'm butchering his name, but I think his name is Millie, and it was a great goal for the Danish team. Dolberg again getting on the score sheet, and Denmark were looking pretty dominant. And on the other side, for Czech Republic, I would say that Patrick Schick, who has been a threat and a revelation in the tournament, he got a goal, which was kind of a consolation considering the variance in the two teams' performances. But who was your standout player for the tie?
So I'm going to say Kia. He really put in a captain's performance right at the end, clearing headers and just making sure that the defense was in charge of the game and not letting the Czechs anywhere near the Danish goal. What a performance he did put in. Man of the match for me. Absolutely tremendous. And the way he has led the team after the incident with Christian Eriksen has really shown what this Danish team is made out of. Because arguably the most important player in the history of Denmark is out now, and they're doing better than ever. So it makes sense that it's your captain, it's your team spirit that's really carrying you through this, and they've got real momentum with them. So they're going to be tough to stop, and the way they're playing, without any fear, without any scarcity in terms of moving forward, really attacking, really taking it to the team that they're facing. This time it was the Czech. Next time it's going to be England. So it's going to be different, obviously, coming up against the likes of Harry Maguire and John Stones. It is going to be completely different for Dolberg, but overall, the performance that they've been putting in, it's difficult to call this semi-final for me. But overall, and the performance against the Czech, the Danish team did what they did, right? It was a by-the-number performance. They came in with the game plan. They executed it to perfection. I feel like even though they didn't have the ball most of the time, I think on the stat, it came up to like 44% possession. The game was, it looked like Denmark was dominating. It's really shown to me that when you come across something like which is truly life-changing, it makes you stronger as a team. And that's what the Danish team has done. And I'm going to praise the Damsgaard again. What a player he's been. Whether he's been deployed on the right, on the left, wherever he is, he's pretty much all over the pitch at this point. But he's been a danger anytime, and I think that's going to be the key player that English people are going to be struggling against. English team is going to be struggling against them. What did you make of Damsgaard in this game?
Damsgaard, again, like Doku, has been a revelation on the tournament, and I'm pretty sure with the transfer market still going on, big teams will be looking to sign him and get him in before the start of the preseason. So let's see what happens with Damsgaard. Really impressed by his performances and one of the best players in the tournament so far. Let's give a little praise to Gareth Southgate's England. They came alive in the quarterfinal against Ukraine, and they thumped them 4-0. Harry Kane getting a brace, Luke Shaw getting 2 assists as well, Henderson and Harry Maguire finishing the Ukraine team and got a 4-0 victory on the day. What did you make of Gareth Southgate's plan and approach to the game?
Well, now that we are looking at it, I kind of feel foolish for doubting him. But you got to keep in mind, Ukraine didn't look like a team that belonged in the quarterfinals. It was just a regular performance, and like friends that I've been watching these games with, they didn't even watch this game because they thought England was going to dominate. So that's how bad Ukraine has been in this game. And congratulations to Harry Kane. He was my pick, I think, for getting the Golden Boot. He's well on his way now, scoring the 2 here. So it was a tremendous effort. Now, it was really great to see the likes of Sancho starting from the start. That was really a good move from Gareth Southgate. Now, obviously, people have been dying for him to get minutes, and giving him minutes was absolutely the right choice. And he did end up impressing me in the game. But overall, it was an English team like we haven't seen before. They haven't been able to really put this sort of performance in front of everyone before. And what's really impressive is I don't think England's conceded a goal throughout this tournament. Am I correct in saying that?
They haven't.
They haven't, right? So
yes, you are.
So Maguire has actually changed my mind. I thought he was just another United defender who's trying to follow in the footsteps of the likes of Vidic and Ferdinand. But he is truly making a name for himself. And in this tournament, he convinced me that he is absolutely the right choice for United moving forward. What a shift he's been putting in throughout the tournament. What a player he's been. As a United fan, what do you make of the rumors of Varane coming in to partner up with Harry Maguire? Do you think that is good for Maguire's growth?
I think that is a dream signing for Manchester United fans, but they have already let go of Sergio Ramos to PSG. I see it's very difficult for both of the Real Madrid centre-back to leave in the same window. So I think Varane will likely sign a new contract. It's also a thing that whenever a player wants a new contract, they name a few clubs like United or Chelsea and they get a new bumper contract. It's all about the media talk and all about the hype created in the transfer markets by all these newspapers. So I won't really take the Varane rumor seriously. But Varane is a target for United, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. But I see it's very difficult and very long-term approach for United. And I don't see Varane moving. But it's definitely a good signing. And they really need someone to partner up with Harry Maguire because he's got great momentum coming into the league with this European Championship performances. And we will likely to sign Pau Torres or Varane. So let's see who comes in. But I want to ask you about Jadon Sancho. Did he impress you, or was there any lackluster things in his performance?
No, he really did impress me. I think even though he didn't end up getting on the score sheet, he was instrumental in the way England built up their play. He was involved on almost every goal that they were scoring, whether it was from the first actual pass or just the runs that he was making. Because that's really what you need from your wingers, the runs that takes away the defender from the attacker. Now, obviously, Sterling would take the headlines with the first assist that he did to Kane in the first third minute. What a goal that was, by the way, from Kane. Absolutely. Outstretching and then just toe poking it almost past the keeper. Great bit of skill from Kane and Sterling at that point. But to me, Sancho was probably, because it's been like that, right? Same thing with Grealish. He came on, kind of changed the game in the last matchup. Do you see England conceding their first goal against Denmark? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. I think this will be a tough test for Gareth Southgate because Denmark are at an all-time high in terms of momentum and ferocity coming into the semi-final of the tournament. Nobody thought that they will make it this far. And this is the point in the tournament where the teams who are considered as underdogs or dark horses really come alive. So I see a Denmark win on penalties. The game will go 1-1 and towards extra time because Denmark are likely to get a goal. I expect Dolberg to get on the score sheet again. So 1-1 and 4-3 on penalties for a Denmark win is my prediction. What is yours?
I'm just going to say that it is coming home. As much as I would like Denmark to go through, I just don't see a way past England at this point. Now they're really starting to come into their own. And again, with all the hype and the momentum behind them, I see a 3-1 win for England with Kane getting on the score sheet one more time. And who can forget Raheem Sterling getting on the goal sheet one more time. Denmark getting a consolation. It's the end of their fairy tale, even though I wish it went longer against Italy in the final. But yeah, I'm going to go with England on this one. 3-win prediction there. And Gareth Southgate's men really should be taking pride in what performances they've been able to put together. Though they haven't been very impressive at the start, what they're really doing now, and again, not conceding a goal throughout the tournament. And when you face the likes of Germany, your bogey team, it's really difficult to see what was going to be the case. Now, we do have, obviously, England's game against Austria to look back to, because Austria plays very similar to what Denmark has been doing. So even that game was very tight to 1-0 to England in that one. But I feel like Denmark would not have what it takes. They would have the team spirit, but England is just going to outbomb them in my prediction. So 3-1 to England, and England-Italy in the finals, which is going to be great to look forward to.
Thank you so much for watching another video of FDTV.
It's been great to have you joining us. Again, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Every single subscription helps.
It motivates to put out more football content on a daily basis. Until then, see you next time. FDTV out.